So see the exercises which I have given to you as homework. So the first problem is the local authority in a certain city install 10,000 bulbs in the streets. If these bulbs have an average life of 1,000 burning hours with a standard deviation of 200 hours, assuming normality, what number of bulbs might be expected to fail in the first 800 burning hours, between 800 and 1200 burning hours? So how many of you have solved this? So what you have understood, first of all, that I wanted to know. Who have solved this problem? Who have solved this problem? No one? Somebody said we have solved. So here one contractor is there, he has installed 10,000 bulbs in the streets, okay? So these bulbs are having an average life of 10,000 burning hours with a standard deviation of how much? 200 hours. So here, what is X bar? I mean, mean value, you can see here. Yeah, mu mean is equal to how much in this problem? I'm asking you only. You're not supposed to sit quiet. Somebody said I have solved it. If you didn't understand, you can ask me. What is the mean value in this problem?
Sure, 1,000, sir.
1,000, yes. Do I need to repeat this many times this question? You can answer, no? So mu is equal to 1,000 bulbs. Okay. And what is the standard deviation sigma?
200.
200.
200. Now mean is given and the standard deviation is also given. Now X value you can first, in case of first problem, in the first 800 burning hours. So if you have solved, anyone can share that. I'll give you the access. How you have solved, I wanted to see. Did anyone solve or you didn't solve it?
No, sir, we did not solve.
You did not solve it. Anyone else? Anyone else? Rakesh, Varnalata, Krishnaveni, Aishwaryan. No one solved. If you didn't solve the problems, how could you understand? Is it a theory class just to sit idle? And keep on reminding you. So if in the first problem, what is the variable value X is equal to? The formula is mu is equal to X minus mu by sigma. So you know mu value, you know sigma value. What is X here? The first case.
800, sir.
Yeah, 800 minus. Solve, at least now you can solve. 800 minus. What is the average?
1,000 by 200.
Divide by. Divide
Minus
by
1, sir.
200.
800 minus 200 is equal to
800 minus 1,000 by 200, sir.
So what will you
So
minus 200 by 200 is equal to minus 1. So you have to see the value for minus 1. And in that case, you have to take the positive value only, because probability cannot be negative. So in the formula, you can apply the mod value. For X minus mu, you can have mod, okay? So you will get 1. So 1 means what is the value? Wait for a minute, I'll share you the table. So you'll get 1, 200 by 200 is 1. So you have to remove that minus value because probability cannot be negative. Probability cannot be negative. Wait for a minute, I am sharing you. Normal distribution, screen and share. So what is the value for 1? 0.3413, right?
Yes, sir.
So 0.3413 into how much you got? So what he is asking, assuming that normality, how many number of bulbs are expected to be failed? So
10,000 into that, sir, probably.
how much you got?
Sir, we have to take minus value, no, sir.
No, minus probability cannot be minus. You have to take positive one.
3413 or
3413.
yes, sir.
So the answer is 3413 only. So if you solve, you will come to know that the answer which is given is wrong, but you didn't solve it. You are just sitting idle. Yeah, in the same way between 800 to 1200. Between is also there, no? So mean is equal to what you will get here, and it's right. So between 120, 155 kgs. The problem is like that. Now you have to take these values. In the same way, second problem. You have to practice these problems, guys. If you didn't practice, you won't understand it, and you won't get any doubts. Then it is difficult for you to write, write in the examination. So please go through the second problem. The marks obtained by the students in a certain subjects are approximately normally distributed. So with a mean of 65 and a standard deviation of 5, find the probability of a student scoring above 75 marks, below 50 marks. Above 75 marks, below 55 marks. Can you do it now? So here also mean value is 65 and standard deviation is 5 sigma. Now above 75 means it is included 75 or not? 75.
Included, sir.
Yeah, it is 75 greater than 75 like that. Yes, so x is equal to 75 there. Now when you get minus value, please keep mod as the one. Next, below 50 means up to 50. So x
2,
is
sir,
equal,
value.
yeah. So you have to see the table value and you have to solve it. Then you can present it in the next class. In the similar way, the third problem, the mean and standard deviation of certain group of 1000 high schools grades that are normally distributed at 78% and 11% respectively. Find how many grades are above 90%, what was the highest grade of lowest 10, And within what limits the middle 900 lies. So x value also given 78 here and 11. Normal distribution has mean 25 and variance 25. Find the limit. Mean is 25 means mu is equal to 25. Variance is equal to standard deviation whole square, that is 25. If you know the standard deviation, then you will 25 whole square means 5 it will come. So the limits in which the middle class 50%, above 32%, values between the 30 and 42, below 27. So you have to solve it and you have to come with the doubts. Then only I'll explain. If you didn't solve, how can you get the doubts? So do this today and tomorrow we'll discuss all these problems, okay? Next, after that, what we have? Can anyone have BRM syllabus? Measurement and scaling, I think. So is it okay? Will you solve it today?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have to solve it and we'll take time for presentation tomorrow. So this normal distribution will have very much impact on further problems. If you understand this only, you can able to solve the large sample tests and other tests. This is the basic for the future problems which we are going to discuss in the 3rd unit, 4th unit and 5th unit. So here you need to identify the average, that is mu, and the standard deviation and the variable. If you able to recognize all these three, then it will be very easy for you. This Z is known as Z score. So this is very much important. So some illustrations I have already explained what type of problems will come, but still you didn't solve it. It is very difficult to explain you if you didn't solve it. So go through it and apply your knowledge. They come back with your doubts, then we'll discuss. Okay. Meanwhile, so far what we have discussed, that I'll tell you. So what do you mean by variable? We'll just revise rather than solving it. Can anyone tell me what is variable? What is a variable?
Sir, it is something which keeps on changing, sir,
Which keeps on changing. For
based
example,
on the experiments.
no, what which is keeps on changing, that sort. Alright, okay, not an experiment. Tell me an example for variable. An example for any variable.
Sir, coin only, sir.
No, coin is
If
not a
we
coin is not a variable.
కాదు సార్ ఒక కాయిన్ మనం మోర్ దెన్ 10 టైమ్స్ అలా టాస్ చేస్తుంటే దాని యొక్క అవుట్పుట్ డిఫరెంట్ గా వస్తుంది కదా సార్.
So what is variable? Correct, you are correct, but you are not putting in a proper form. You are tossing the coin for many times and you will get different outcomes. So here what is variable then? What I have to assume as variable? Is it an experiment or it is an outcome?
మేబీ అవుట్కమ్ అనుకుంటా.
No, it's not be maybe, you have to tell me the perfect. Yes, so it's almost 1.5 months. We are still confused in basics, then it is difficult. So what is a variable? You're correct, Swarna, but you didn't put me in the proper sentence form. What is a variable? Deepak Kumar Soni. Rakesh. Aishwarya. Shahid. What is a variable? The variable is something which keeps on changing. Okay. Suppose x is a variable. X is a variable means x can take any value. As Swarna gave the example of tossing the coin for 10 times. It may take 10 different values. That different values are variable, not the experiment. Okay. Number of times you are performing the experiment is just small n. That doesn't mean a random variable. Random variable is what? It is something which keeps on changing. You don't know until unless which value it takes. That is performed. So you are tossing the coin for 10 times. It may take two heads, 3 heads, 4 heads, 5 heads, 6 tails, like that. It can be anything. Let x is equal to something. That something is variable. Whereas fixed variable is different. It is fixed, it won't change. Okay. So what is random variable then? So you must be clear on this, variable, random variable like that. What is random variable then? The notes is shared with you. You are not even seeing. What is random variable? Navya. No one is responding. Still, just you are coming and your mic is off.
morning,
And,
sir.
good morning. Your video is off. You become very passive listeners. Come on, Navya, tell me
No,
what
sir,
is random variable?
we should on the video also.
No, so at least you're not responding. That is what I am telling.
Okay, sir.
Hmm.
Sir, random variable means it keeps on changing, but we don't know the
Hmm.
value. I mean, we don't know the for which value it is going to change
Hmm.
unless and until the experiment is performed.
Correct. Can you please elaborate it with some example? So before that, tell me what is random experiment?
Random experiment, which is done randomly without any planning, I think.
Not like that. You're just giving me with the word random means without planning. Like
Yes, sir.
initial classes, we defined what is experiment, what is general experiment, and what is random experiment. So random experiment means it is an experiment which can be performed for many times, but the result is uncertain. Okay, then it is known as random experiment. When result is
The
certain,
outcome may be anything. Like if we toss a coin, the outcome may be the head or the tail.
yeah, the result is uncertain there, right?
Yes.
It is not certain. So if it is certain, then it will become a general experiment, like all physical science experiments. If you are throwing a stone into the sky, what will happen?
Sure.
If you are throwing a stone into the sky,
It will again fall on us only, sir. It will fall on the ground.
it will fall down. The result is certain only, right?
Yes, sir.
Or it will go up like that only, or it will stay back there.
No, sir. It won't go up.
So if you know that the result is certain, then it is a general experiment. For example, if you are splitting in the air, spitting, ఉమ్మేస్తున్నారు ఏమైతుంది మన మీదే పడుతుంది అలాగే పైన ఉండిపోతుందా?
No, sir.
So these are all general experiments. Sun rises in the east, and then Earth revolves around it, and all universal facts. But random experiment is not like that. It is the result is uncertain. It is not something randomly, unplanned. Not like that. So when results are uncertain, those kind of experiments are random experiments. all chemical examples, chemical laboratory experiments. If the proportion is different, the result will be something different, right? Sometimes it will burn, sometimes it will damage something. If somebody have studied from MPC, then you would have seen the chemistry lab. It won't come properly, right? Yeah. So these are all things are random experiments. So random variable means it is also a variable which can take any value, but you do not know which value it will take until and unless it is performed. So RV can be anything again. It may be 0, 1, 2, 3 up to infinite. So random variable again, it is of two types. So what are those? Random experiments are categorized into two. What are those?
Discrete and continuous, sir.
Yeah, discrete random variable and continuous random variable. What do you mean by discrete and what do you mean by continuous? Discrete random variable means what?
The number of, for example, number of calls, there will be infinite, sir. Infinite, sorry.
Finite, not infinite.
Okay. Finite only, sir.
That means it will follow in number of steps, right? Then it will
And
be
continuous means it's infinite. Example, the life of the human beings. Like example.
in between the value also it can happen. Suppose daily consumption of water. How much water you will consume every day? Is it 5 liter or 4 liter or 3 liter? Will you consume like that? By measuring like no. It may be 3.1 liter, 3.8 liter, 3.831 liter. So the value is continuous. Even in decimals also it can go. Right? Or you will just measure it. I have to drink only 0.5 liters and I don't want to drink 5.1 liter like that. You do the same. Is there any condition? No. That's why it is a continuous random variable and this is a discrete random variable. So to compute the probability of a discrete random variable, we have two probability functions that is known as discrete probability function. One is binomial distribution, another one is the Poisson distribution. Whereas to calculate the continuous random variable probability, we have one probability function that is normal distribution. So by Poisson distribution, binomial distribution can be used when number is very small, number of trials up to 10 like that. Whereas Poisson distribution is when number of experiments is high, hundreds, thousands like that, then we can use. Normal distribution, it will follow a distribution that is stable value is there. So you have to use that table to calculate the probability. So standard normal distribution table is there. So this is what the second unit deals with. And no, it is, I think it is the second unit. Wait for a minute, I'll share you the syllabus. BRM syllabus. Syllabus. First and second semester. Yeah. So probability, concept, definition, addition, multiplication theorem, and what? Marginal conditional probabilities. This we have seen. Discrete probability, binomial distributions, continuous. So everything is done. So this is what second unit, guys. So in the third unit, we'll go with measurement and scaling techniques that we'll discuss tomorrow. Okay. So in the first unit also we have seen the theory part. What is research? What is business research? How research is designed? These things. So certain topics we'll discuss in the at the end, like measures of central tendency. Very simple problems. How to calculate mean, median, arithmetic mean, mode, standard deviation, like that. So we'll discuss one or two problems on this and also the base theorem. So 2 units we have completed. So at least how many problems? Problems on probability first. Addition theorem, multiplication theorem, and then binomial distribution, Poisson distribution, and continuous probability means normal distribution. So total we have 5 types of problems in the second unit. See, you have to prepare all 5 problems, or you can leave at least one problem in the choice. That means you have to prepare at least 4, so that you'll get some question. So it is totally problem oriented, guys, this subject. Don't take it in a lighter mode. Please pay attention and solve it. If not, it will become very difficult for you to clear.
Sir, all the 4 chapters remaining are problematic.
Yeah, problematic also. That is why I'm telling you. So first unit you may get some theory. Third unit also total. Third unit theory is there. Okay. Fourth unit, yeah, problems are there. Fifth unit also problems. So first and third unit is theory. Even that theory also you cannot write on your own, because it is something related to research. No? You have to.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So please be attentive. This is one subject which many problems are there. In one unit, 5 problems. Means see in the fourth unit, you have almost 11 problems. You have to prepare all 11. You cannot leave one thing as in a choice. So try to solve it, okay? So we have completed 2 units, and tomorrow we'll start the third unit, right? How we'll collect the data like that. This is only the separate unit about the probability. The remaining are related to research only. This, I think,
Okay, sir.
just your awareness, this particular topic is inserted in this subject, as you are missing the statistics. But whereas the first unit, second, third unit, fourth unit, fifth unit, totally related to research. The second unit only is purely related to statistics. As the statistics subject is missing in the first semester, the university has inserted here a particular unit. When
From
we
July, the college will be open now, sir.
till further communication, the classes will be online. Madam, put that message in the group. As per the government orders, we have to open, but I don't know whether the management will reopen it or not. You want to come?
Yes, sir. Don't want to listen online classes.
Yeah.
It's very
definitely.
boring for me.
That is only good. Even will solve in a good way. Here, I don't know how many are listening, how many are sleeping.
Yes, sir. If we come, we'll get more some interest. We can involve in that.
Yeah, definitely.
If we you are
99%
already sending the, you are
99.
already sending the PDF, sir. That's
Yes, I have prepared. I wrote on my own. It's not something downloaded from someone else, somewhere else. Probably will reopen from July 1st only. Let us see. Okay.
oh, big sir.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Champion.